Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. Today, I got an amazing man here named Drew, and he is going to be giving us a little bit of information on his new project called Presend. If you guys don't know what Presend is, we're going to talk about it here throughout this video, but just a little brief TLDR. Have you ever lost money sending a cryptocurrency transaction? Well, essentially, he's got a solution to that, and I know that that is something that every single one of you are going to be interested in. He is currently in Dubai, and that is not a green screen. That is the real Burj right behind him. He is also the founder of Wolfer Finance. Drew, welcome to the channel. How are you?
Man, I am actually doing awesome.
I bet.
Running on very little sleep right now, but hey, I just appreciate being on the channel, coming on because you're kind of a crypto legend, man, on YouTube. So I'm just glad to be in the same room as you, to be honest with you, man. It's really humbling and I'm super appreciative. So thank you for bringing me on the channel.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for being here. And you have your own channel, by the way, so we'll have to make sure to link that down below. Make sure to go follow him. He's about to hit 5,000 subscribers. Drew, we got to talk about Presend today, and I'd love to hear a little bit more about some of your other stuff, but I really want to hear about Presend. Can you kind of give us basically the elevator pitch of what Presend is and what it's going to do?
Yeah, absolutely. So Presend is all about wallet transaction security. So we run into these issues in cryptocurrency right now. It's kind of like how Apple and Microsoft was back in the day, where they were like duking it out for, like who's going to reign supreme, right? And we don't want to be compatible with each other. Well, that's how it is with like AVAX, FTM, Bitcoin, Ethereum, right? Nobody wants to be compatible with anybody. But the craziest part is that if you send your money on a wrong chain or a coin that's incompatible or to a wallet that's incompatible or just to a wallet that doesn't have that coin in their wallet, doesn't support it, then you can just lose all of your money, which I think, in my opinion, is absolutely ridiculous, right? Even whenever you send a wire in the United States, if the account doesn't exist, like they don't let you send it, right? So it's like, it's not a big deal. Your money gets returned. So that's how it should be in crypto, in my opinion, right? There shouldn't be all of this, I might lose my money, I might not, right? You should be able to transact with, I guess, more or less confidence, in my opinion. And that's, hashtag the boomers are coming, right? Hashtag how do we get real financial institutions with trillions of dollars to come into this? Well, you have to make them feel safe. So in my opinion, that's where Presend really comes out and kind of like stands out above all else. And the fact that this isn't already an implemented solution is absolutely insane to me. I'm super happy that it isn't, because I'm glad to be one of the people one of the faces that gets to bring it to the market. And everybody that I've talked to, at least most of the main players, like even we talked to Presearch, they're like, hey, I see a bigger institution, like kind of like buying you guys later. And like the Coinbases of the world, the MetaMasks, stuff like that, the BitPays. So essentially what Presend does, it just protects you from all those simple like human error mistakes, like sending USDC on the wrong chain, losing your money, coming out of Coinbase or going into Coinbase with some Binance coin that may not be inside of Coinbase. Coinbase doesn't host BNB, so you would just lose all of your BNB. But the problem is that most everything is built on Ethereum, right? And it's all OX wallet addresses, so 0x. So every 0x says that it accepts every 0x asset, even though it might not be compatible with that wallet. So it's a huge issue. We're here to solve it.
Wow. That's incredible, because I can't tell you, I mean, every single time that I've ever sent a transaction over like, $10, I'm always sitting there checking 4 or 5 times the first 5 digits and the last 5 digits. Everybody knows that method, but obviously there had to eventually be a better method of verifying these transactions, because we have people out here sending $250 million in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And if you end up sending that to the wrong wallet, it's gone forever. There's a whole there's a whole sector of data science in cryptocurrency tracking how much Bitcoin has been lost to exactly what you guys are trying to solve, to the point where it's affected the total amount of Bitcoin that will ever be in existence. If anything, that is actually the driving force of the deflationary aspect of Bitcoin, where Bitcoin are being taken out of the ecosystem. Bitcoin doesn't need that. Bitcoin needs to stay in circulation because there's only so many of them. So what you're doing, like you said, I'm really surprised it hasn't been done yet. So tell us a little bit about, exactly what you're doing in Dubai, because it sounds like you have some really interesting things to share from there.
Yeah. And before I get into Dubai, I want to touch on that Bitcoin thing really quick, because this happens a lot with Bitcoin too. And a lot of people think like, oh, I'm just sending Bitcoin, it doesn't matter. there's the Bitcoin blockchain, and then there's BECH30 or the SegWit, right?
Yep.
So, dude, like I literally lost Bitcoin before sending out of my ledger because my ledger decided without alerting me to upgrade from the Bitcoin blockchain to the SegWit. And then I was sending to a Bitcoin wallet address, boom, all of it, poof, gone. So this happens on almost every chain, every coin that you can think of. So, but
wow,
that I've digressed. That leads me to Dubai, like the Burj Khalifa, right? That's why we're here. So we are actually here we're in hopes of bringing Presyn to the global market. And what better place to do it than the World Blockchain Summit in Dubai of all places, right? So we are actually a keynote speaker. I will be doing a 20-minute speaking segment on the first day of speakers. We're a platinum level sponsor. We're the pin sponsor. We're the coffee sponsor. We're doing the pitch, everything. I speak twice. One of them is going to be a 5-minute segment. The other one's going to be a 20-minute segment. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. I'm looking really forward to it. And essentially, we're coming over here to basically bring it to the global market and say, hey, Presyn is here now. Presyn is a thing. Look into it. Once we come out with the Chrome extension, everybody please use it. Obviously, protect your transactions and do everything that you can to secure your portfolio, because there's enough working against us in this market right now that you can lose money doing. Why, simple human error should not be one of them, right? So that's what we're trying to ensure to protect against. So not only are we going to try to save you money, but we're also, we can get into this later, make you money in the process. So
wow,
yeah, that's exactly what we're doing in Dubai.
That's amazing. Well, it's really cool to hear because, as you said, there's so many things that you can lose your cryptocurrency to. When people are new to the cryptocurrency space, they can maybe fall for a scam because they're so prevalent. I mean, it happens to a lot of people. It's nothing to be ashamed of, but it's a tripping hazard for a lot of people. You have the issue of hacks that are going on all kinds of platforms. And then, of course, this is like one of the most basic ones. How do you ever expect, and I talked to Kevin O'Leary about this, how do you ever expect, as you said, for these trillion-dollar, multi-hundred-billion-dollar institutions to get into crypto if they don't have some security that one of their accountants isn't going to mismanage $100 million by accident, and then that falls back on them, and they have to tell that to their shareholders? That's the kind of market that you're stepping into at this, and that's why it was so incredibly interesting to me. But just tell me a little bit about the roadmap and the timeline and some major key events that have happened, what's going to happen, and what anybody that would want to get involved with the NFT project would be expecting.
Yeah. So right now we're actually in public launch where we're essentially raising funds to bring Presyn to the global market, because at the end of the day, Presyn is a lot like a validator node, right? Like we only generate income if people use our software. It's kind of like FTM isn't going to generate any income if people aren't utilizing the blockchain and paying those fees, right? The validators won't make any money. So that's essentially what Presyn is doing right now, is we're raising funds for the marketing efforts to bring this to the global market. And right now we have 7,500 NFTs, but we've already sold over 4,000 of them.
Wow.
So they're kind of going, they're going pretty fast.
Wow.
Even in a bear market, and even in a market that's it's absolutely horrendous right now. Rug pulls right and left. DeFi's getting wrecked. Yield notes just went down the other day. There's just everything in the world could work against you. And I think the cream still rises to the top, which in my opinion, I might be a little biased, but Presyn is one of the creams, right? And Wolfer Finance. Let's be real about that. And so what we have developed right now is the Chrome extension is absolutely functional. And I've actually dropped this in some of my videos on my YouTube channel where we've shown the Chrome extension functioning. Now, we cannot bring that Chrome extension out until we have the databases built and we have those core functionalities in there that check the chains, check the coins, make sure that the coins are compatible with the wallets, make sure that the wallets are compatible. We don't want to bring out a product until it is 100% fully functional and has been tested with 15,000 different lines of code, right? And we have one of the best developers in the entire industry. A lot of people have heard of him. His name's Jay Sazua. He goes by Gosu. He's Gosu Tools. He's Waifu. And he is a Silicon Valley level developer. This guy is an absolute monster. He's just next level gangster in the game. I appreciate him probably more than he'll ever know, because he's going to make our lives, especially my life, extremely easy in bringing this to the market, because it's going to function so perfectly as a Chrome extension and just being able to integrate into people's wallets seamlessly that it's going to be awesome. And so we're looking to have that minimum viable product out by the end of this month. So give us about 3 weeks, somewhere in that end of this month, first week of next month is when we want to have that minimum viable product out. And what that will have is it will prove that use case. Hey, we're going to have the checks in, we're going to have the database that'll tell you if you're sending a wrong coin. And we're starting with Coinbase and Chrome extension on MetaMask first. We want to link to MetaMask because they have the biggest market share, period. 30 million active users every single month. Where better to start than there? And what better of an exchange to start with than the largest culprit of people losing money, which is Coinbase.com. So that's essentially our roadmap for the interim right now. Our roadmap for the future is obviously go into crypto.com, Binance.us, Binance, the BitPays of the world, because I don't know how much you know about BitPay, but they only let you transfer money in on ETH. And if you transfer it in on any other exchange, poof, money's gone. So they are a massive culprit in this too. Then we want it to be, yeah, it's crazy, man. These guys, man, they help wreck their own people. And then we want to be operable on all different wallets, whether online or offline. And then we want to be able to be operable on all different devices, and then also on all different browsers. And here's the main thing that we're coming out with after the MVP is we need an SDK package, which is a software development kit that they can actually, Coinbase says, hey, you guys have 100,000 users. We want to use this in Coinbase now, and we'll charge your fees. We want you guys to split the revenue with us. How do we do that? Boom, here's the code, plug it in, play, let's go. And then that one domino falls, we get that one large partnership, every other domino is going to fall, and every other, it's like game theory, right? Like they all start at this square and then they have to end up down here. It just depends on who gets down there first, but then everybody has to move, right? One person moves and integrates pre-send, and everybody has to. And my guess is MetaMask just tries to buy it.
That's incredible. Wow. Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. That's incredible that is not something that's already been done, but which is, like you said, to your advantage, because it means that the demand is all the more there than ever before. So that's absolutely incredible, Drew. Well, give us some closing thoughts here, because I want to make sure that you can get some sleep. For everybody who doesn't know, he just got off a plane to Dubai. What were you in the air for, like 12 hours or something? Do you have a layover?
Yeah, it was like 14 hours. It was pretty crazy.
Because last night when I was leaving the office, I heard you had just gotten on the plane, and now you just got off the plane. So I went home and went to sleep and came back and did the show, and you just got off the plane. So you're probably tired.
Yeah, no sleep, man. But it's all good. I was built for this
That's
stuff.
the hustle.
I love this. It makes me, honestly, it fulfills me. So at the end of the day, I think this is probably one of the largest software and development like integrations that the market could potentially see over the coming years, right? This is like a once in a generation technology that people can use, and they can also invest in and help us bring it to market. And we will show appreciation by giving them dividends whenever they do it. So there's the NFTs. They cost 250 BUSD on Binance Smart Chain. There's only 3,500 of them left. So if you want them, I would suggest getting them very quickly, because they've been selling like hotcakes, right? And so what those, so if one of those NFTs gives you, no matter what, as long as you own an NFT, that wallet that houses said NFT has fee-free access to pre-send for life. Okay.
Whoa.
Second thing is, and pre-send generates its income from charging a 0.10%. It's 1/10 of a percentage aggregated via the entire crypto transaction. So if you're sending $100, it only costs you 10 cents to protect it with pre-send, similar to a gas fee. It's not that terrible. So what the NFT gives you is obviously the fee-free access. Then it gives you access to a dividend pool of a portion of pre-send's net income every single month, right? And we have these milestone bonuses that, because we're only giving away 10% of the net income. But when you're talking about billions of transactions and hundreds of millions of dollars a year, that's a lot of money that's going to be split up in between 7,500 different NFTs. I mean, these things could be making serious money. This could be generational wealth that people are building, right? And so what we're going to do is we're doing these milestone bonuses that start at active users. 50,000 active users is our first milestone. We double up the dividend pools to 20% of our net income in those months. So all the people that invested in Prescient, they now make double, right? And so then it goes to 100,000, 250, 500, 750, a million, and then it just keeps going forever. We're not going to stop it. Even if we get to 100 million, we'll still be doing milestone bonuses. We want people to understand that we appreciate them, and we're not here to get rich off of this. We're here to bring a real solution to the actual cryptocurrency ecosystems, and then actually bring something good to people that has a use case and could actually, it makes sense how it generates income for people, right? So that's essentially what Prescient is all about at the end of the day. We're not looking to get rich off of every transaction. We're looking to basically get everyone rich off of billions of transactions and not try to reinvent the wheel and charge too terribly much, like $50 Ethereum gas fee, how it used to be.
Yeah. That wasn't great for the industry for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely
so
appreciate
if
the low
you guys
fees.
have any questions, obviously, jump in the comments section, go to the Prescient website, get in the Prescient Discord, go mint your Prescient NFTs. I'm just going to be real with you. I minted some for my family. They're going to be extremely happy after Prescient starts printing money like an absolute machine. Because give us a few months to get this thing off of the ground. It's going to and what I've been saying, the moons of Jupiter, right? We're going to fuel at our moon, and then we're going to keep going to the moons of Jupiter. So we're going to be all the way up top on that Burj Khalifa.
I love it, man. The sun sets a couple minutes later up there, guys. Make sure to go and check out Drew on his YouTube channel on prescient.io. Also, make sure to check out Wolford.finance, another one of his successful projects. All of them have been successful. Don't get any wrong ideas there. Make sure to also keep in tune on prescient.io for those NFTs. Guys, that really does sound like a really great way to generate a lot of wealth and passive income for only $250. Wow. Yeah, check that out. I'm definitely going to be checking it out myself. Drew, any final thoughts before we wrap it out here?
No, man, just that I appreciate you bringing me on, because like I said in the beginning, you're kind of a YouTube crypto legend, man. So I'm just
appreciate that.
Humble appreciation from my end for even bringing me into the same room as you. I appreciate it. And
that's how I felt, to be honest. So thank you.
All right.
Good deal. Well, thank you so very much, Drew. Guys, that's going to wrap it out for this show. Before we go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching. As always, they're going to be driving that if they get one of those NFTs. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.